Sometimes life doesn't go the way we want it to. We all face setbacks, times when everything seems to fall apart, and we wonder if we'll ever get back on track. But here's something I've learned. Setbacks, while painful and discouraging, don't have to be the end of the story. They can actually be opportunities in disguise. Now, I know it might not seem that way when you're in the middle of a setback, but trust me, there's more to it than meets the eye. Imagine, for a moment, that every setback you face is simply setting the stage for something better. What if, instead of seeing it as a failure, you could view it as a stepping stone toward growth, a necessary detour on your way to something greater? Think about the story of Joseph in the Bible. Joseph, the dreamer, had big plans for his life. He had these dreams that his family would one day bow before him. But instead of that dream coming true right away, he was thrown into a pit by his brothers and sold into slavery. Can you even imagine the crushing feeling he must have had? You would think that his dreams were over, right? But here's the thing. Joseph's setbacks didn't define him. They didn't break him. Instead, they prepared him for the purpose God had planned for him all along. Through his struggles, Joseph learned patience, resilience, and the kind of wisdom that only comes from enduring hardship. And ultimately, those very setbacks became the path that led him to a position of power in Egypt, where he could save not only his family, but an entire nation from famine. I know it can be hard to see the potential in a setback when you are in the middle of it. I mean, how do you find opportunity when you feel like you're stuck or everything is falling apart? But here's the thing. Setbacks force us to stop, reassess, and rethink our direction. They make us pause long enough to reevaluate what really matters. I've had my own experiences where I felt like I hit a wall, like there was no way forward. But in those moments of struggle, I've found that sometimes you need to step back, breathe, and ask yourself, what is this situation trying to teach me? It's not always easy, but when you shift your perspective, those setbacks can turn into lessons that propel you forward. So take a deep breath, reflect, and see what new doors might be waiting for you on the other side of this challenge. There are many examples of people who turned their setbacks into opportunities. Think about Thomas Edison. He failed countless times in his attempt to invent the light bulb. I mean, the man went through over 1,000 attempts, over 1,000 failures. Yet, he didn't give up. When asked about his many failures, Edison famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 1,000 ways that won't work." That mindset is powerful. It's about not seeing failure as a stopping point, but as a lesson. Every failed attempt was just a step toward discovering the right way. And eventually, Edison succeeded. His setbacks, his so-called failures, led to one of the greatest inventions in history. That same mindset can work for you too. Don't be afraid of setbacks. Embrace them, because they might just be shaping you into the person you need to be to achieve your dreams. Let's be real. Setbacks hurt. They challenge us. They make us question ourselves. And they make us feel like we're not good enough. But the truth is, these moments can become our greatest source of strength if we allow them to. Take a moment and think about all the times you've overcome something in the past. Was it easy? Probably not. But you did it. You learned. You grew. Setbacks push us out of our comfort zones, and sometimes we need that nudge to get us moving towards something greater. It's in those moments of difficulty that we often discover what we are truly capable of. So, don't shy away from the challenges. Lean into them, knowing that there's something good waiting on the other side. As you face whatever challenge is in front of you, remember that setbacks are not the end. They are a part of the process, a process that leads you to greater things. Just like Joseph's journey from the pit to the palace, or Edison's many attempts before the light bulb lit up the world, your setbacks are part of your unique story. They are the moments that will define your strength, your perseverance, and your ability to rise again. You may not see it right now, but every setback is preparing you for something bigger, something better. Keep pushing forward. Trust in the process. And always remember, it's not about how many times you fall, but how many times you get back up. The best chapters of your story are often written in the moments you least expect them. So, embrace your setbacks, turn them into opportunities, and keep moving forward toward the life you were meant to live.